here in Sweden, we've noticed that everything comes in a tube. This is mayonnaise, citrus mayonnaise. These ones are all mayonnaise. These ones too, in the bottom. Caviar in tubes. Mild caviar, different flavors of cheese, all in tubes. Welcome to Sweden. Let's go!
Let's go! Where are we going? What are we doing?
We're in Stockholm right now. We have to go to the train station to take a train to the subway station / train station to catch a tour. I'm addicted to these tours.
We're taking a tour.
It's peanut butter jelly time. It's 9 a.m. This is our breakfast because we gotta take it on the go.
While I was trying to figure out the train schedule, we missed the train that pulled up. We kept hitting the button and it wouldn't let us in, so
we were denied.
We were denied entry. So now we have to wait for 6 minutes and we might miss the tour.
Fingers crossed they talk a long time and we'll catch it.
But one of the really cool things that we did learn while waiting for the train is that you can get a 72-hour pass for the metro rail. It takes you to zones A, B, and C, which is center, outside, and further outside the city, for the trains, the metro, and the buses, and the ferries. What was it, 230 krona?
Yeah.
And a 20 krona deposit for the card. Now we have basically unlimited travel for the next 3 days. We figured it out. Just traveling from our stay into the city and back for 3 days would be more expensive than that.
Yeah.
So if we do any extra travel, it's free. All right, we're going somewhere. We don't know where it is yet, but we gotta find it. Yeah. 1 minute. We might just have this in the bag.
Hopefully, we'll be a little late. Fingers crossed. Yes.
Perfect timing.
Yes. So guys, we made it to our tour. We're gonna give you as many facts as we can about Sweden here in Stockholm. The first thing that she just said is that there are 30,000 royal guards here in Stockholm. Now, she said they can't bring them all out for the changing of the guards, but they bring out as many as they can in the tiny square that they have. So maybe at 12:30 we can go check that out, because she said they kind of ramp it up for summertime.
Ooh.
And it's summertime.
Ooh.
Overall, around Stockholm's islands, the ground and the water level are very, very different. Back in the Middle Ages, when ships wanted to approach Stockholm, they essentially could not, and that's why they built big wooden stocks to protect from the ammunition. And that's how Stockholm got its name, so hill of stocks. Back then there was no technology to lift the ships, so the ships would get stranded and they would get shot from the islands, and they could go no further. They could not disband any troops because they could simply not approach it close enough. This is the Parliament building. Now, even though, like I said, Sweden does have a king, King Carl Gustaf XVI, he is also more of a symbol. It's the parliament that makes most of the important decisions.
Something we just learned about Sweden is how important coffee is to the culture. There's even a word for it. It's like a verb and a noun combined. It's fika, to fika. It's like to take a cup and to sit down, and I don't know the exact meaning because I'm not Swedish, but it's pretty cool. And apparently it's just so ingrained in the culture. They use it before meetings. They have several breaks per day. Coffee in Sweden is a thing, and I'm okay with that.
Here in Sweden, they don't like things big and royal. They have this certain word that I don't remember, but it's about keeping things practical and not I don't know. This they thought was overly beautiful, so they added these swans to make it more practical. And the swans, they filter the water that's in this pool. So you're not supposed to drink the pool water, but you're supposed to drink the water from the swan. And that makes it more practical for the Swedes. I guess it's a normal thing.
that is the bank where the robbery took place, where they held hostages here in Stockholm, and you guessed it, Stockholm Syndrome. That's where it came from, where they held the hostages for 6 days there, and the hostages basically ended up liking their captors and pleading for their defense so that they wouldn't go to jail and all kinds of stuff. That's the bank. Pretty cool.
About their changing of the guard. They literally put on a show for us and we got a nice little taste.
It's like a concert.
Yeah, this is the most like legit-ish. That's not a word, but yeah.
It's probably the best change of the guard we've seen.
Yeah.
One thing that a lot of people don't know about Sweden is that it's home to the actually famous and secretive Illuminati. So, pro tip, if you're in the Illuminati, you need to come check out Sweden because they're everywhere apparently.
So that's about all I had planned for today, other than we do plan on going to an information booth, which is something else I like to do, and getting a map and maybe some brochures of fun things to do while we're here for 4 days. Try to get a view.
We'll see if we can actually go out here, I don't know.
Ah, yeah.
Sure enough.
Knock up the view.
Did we sneak up though with all these other people? One of the cool things we learned about Stockholm when we first got here, and I did not know this, it's actually a grouping of islands. So Sweden itself is an archipelago, or however you say that, which you may not have ever noticed if you've never taken the time to zoom in on a map of Sweden. And Stockholm itself is 14 islands. That's why you see water everywhere, bridges everywhere. And on the tour, we learned that Stockholm itself is protected from naval attacks naturally by the varying water levels. No ships could sail up here and attack Stockholm back in the day. And in fact, they would just bombard the ships as they'd run aground, and they could never unload enough troops to take over Stockholm. So much of Stockholm is still intact and original from centuries old architecture. It's a pretty well preserved city. It hasn't been bombed, it hasn't been destroyed or burned to the ground. Get.
I'm pretty thirsty, and coconut and pineapple sounded really good. I was really excited to drink like a smoothie drink. Opened it up. It's freaking yogurt. That's not gonna quench my thirst. Ah, curse. It's in another language. I have no idea what it was. I could have swore. Let's get on a train.
Whoa, that's a cool underground metro.
This metro is so cool. They had different artists do the different metros, so they all have a different theme. I don't know what the themes are really, but look at me. What? They're all completely different, and it's not like they just did an art installation. They literally painted and did the whole thing.
Wow, that's cool.
It's so cool.
I was in Burma like 4 weeks.
Is it the first time you tried that thing?
Yeah.
I feel like
I've never even seen it.
Yeah, Swedish.
This is reindeer paste,
It's what? Paste made from reindeer?
and it came in a tube.
Oh, this is rye bread?
Ashley just killed reindeer. Christmas is not coming, guys.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That would be fun. It's him on the package of bread.
I was a teacher. Yeah, not a real leaf, but I got a very little one.
Till vänster. Bak och 3 steg. 1, 2, 3. Nu väggar jag bak. Bak och fram. 3 steg bak.
But it's brilliant. I love it. I love it out there. Do you want to go or? Everybody stay Stockholm.
Okay, so we just spent the last how many hours
3 or more.
with amazing travelers. I decided to look up on my couch surfing app. Right there, couch surfing app. I looked up events here in Stockholm. I saw the folk festival. We had no idea it was starting in what, 2 hours from when we saw it?
Yeah.
So we were like, yeah, sure, we'll go. Got some picnic stuff, and everybody brought picnic stuff, and I think there was like 35 to 40 people from couch surfing there that we just met, like people from around the world.
Everywhere.
In one spot.
One of the coolest things that we talked about was how honestly people are people everywhere. Your culture might be slightly different, but people all desire the same thing. Everyone we talked to spoke of the relationships that they formed in, you know, weird and out of the way places like Turkey or, you know, Cambodia or something, just, you know, weird places. Everywhere they went, the people there were just amazing and lovely and genuine. Everywhere everyone went, they talked about how awesome people were. And that's why we want to get you guys to get out and travel. That's why we make these videos, so you can experience a world outside of your hometown, a world outside of your family and your friends, something where you can experience how awesome everyone else is all around the world and be part of that.
Yeah, and it may be uncomfortable at first, but everybody else feels the same way.
Yeah.
You just gotta break the ice and get to know them. So we'll hopefully encourage you to travel today, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye. Bright and early, 5:30 a.m. It's pretty early. We're almost in Stockholm.